Today is the 7th of July, and this is our 17th show with you on my 10 to 12. It's my pleasure to be in your company this morning. I trust you are doing well. Feeling great. I know that across Barbados, many people are still inconvenienced after the passing of what started as a tropical storm, but then became Hurricane Elsa. And so, of course, there is empathy for you. Those who have been displaced have had to seek, refuge at either some of our national shelters or through friends or relatives. And then there are those of us who are inconvenienced in a different way, maybe power or water not being restored. We are aware, and certainly we empathize with you, and just hope that you are able to recover, put things into perspective and recover. And I certainly hope that you can get those amenities restored as soon as possible. So it's going 6 days now for some people. And, as I think of it, and I absolutely understand the inconvenience and the difficulty that not having these things that we are used to creates. I really do understand that. It made me think, though, of the last really bad hurricane that places like Dominica and the Bahamas experienced. And I remember having talked to some people who work in my have somebody who has water that I can get some, and who doesn't. The relatives of mine who are affected could come get some from me wherever possible, or I'll help in whatever way. So I tried my very best, and that's what I'm just encouraging. And that is said with every sensitivity there is. If you can help somebody, or you know how to tough it out, just try your best and keep your spirits up and keep focusing on that little thing that we see. And sometimes we don't really think about it, but I really, really do believe that where there is life, there is hope, and that is a lot. That is a lot. And if you think of it, it is something else, though, to be walking and just seeing destruction everywhere you turn. I saw a lot of trees down. I saw the power lines down. Yes, I saw some roofs. I checked upon a few people who I know would have been in remote areas, even, checking up on, friends on behalf of other friends who are not in the country. But just to see absolute desolation is a whole other level. So while we have a lot to do and we have a lot to consider for our futures in terms of how we pick up our pieces, I just still want us to hold on to whatever glimmers of hope there are. So that's my thing, and that's the tone with which I will exercise today's program. So I hope you'll stay with me as we discuss the going forward, because this is the beginning of our hurricane season. We are all hoping for the best, but we don't know what is to come. And that's the thing about nature. It's still, though we have experts who can help us to prepare or be as aware as possible, we still really don't know how things will go with nature and the forces that it will bring. So we're going to do our best to advise and share on today's program. So I've titled it, looking forward after the storm. And I was hoping to be able to chat with one of our best architects, though he's retired, so much expertise, and I think he was ahead of his time for many years, Stanton Haynes. But hey, I hope you continue to be well and you recover yourself. But we are going to focus on renewable energy as well, and the place for it in terms of alternative energy sources, because I also know people who had photovoltaic panels and they were able to utilize their generators at points to help them through. So we've got to really look at how efficiently we can operate, or how we can position ourselves to operate as efficiently as possible in the face of disaster once we've done our assessments and we're able to, kind of see what can work, what can we make happen. We also have, though, we're going to start there with Dr. Keo Forde. She's a psychiatrist. She spent some time with us during our broadcast last Friday, but this morning we'll have a little more time with her to talk about this because the mental impact is real. So we're going to start with her, and I'm going to hold on to her for as long as she can be with us. She is, of course, in between chatting with clients and sharing with us here, so we feel very privileged to be able to talk with her. I'll also have the opportunity to chat with Mr. Anton Lovell. He is General Manager of Cooperators General Insurance. They're one of our partners here at the CBC as well. And we can talk about everything insurance, the importance of it, how it works, you know, why, you know, when to get it, the best time, and certainly the types of things we have to consider given whatever, you know, disasters can come our way. So with that said, let me remind you, it is July 7th. That last weekend, many Barbadians joined Americans in celebrating 4th of July. So it was kind of a weekend of mixed feelings for many people, but whatever opportunity you have to celebrate life, I say go for it. That is certainly one of the things that happened. But remember, this is the hurricane season, and it's going to be here with us right through to November as it shows up every year. Some years are quieter than others, but this one certainly got off to quite the start. So, going to take a quick break, and then we will be back to get started with Dr. Keo Forde. Stay tuned to my 10 to 12. Back with you here on my 10 to 12. So as promised, we are going to focus on mental health first. So very shortly, we'll be getting that conversation started. And I just want to remind you, because it is so important that you not neglect that aspect of health. And again, we all know that the minute anything starts to hurt, well, typically, we will head to the doctor or whichever specialist we need to see or be referred to. We will do that. But for some reason, through the years, it's always more difficult to take something like mental health a little more seriously or access the assistance without feeling like, okay, I have a problem and this is not cool. It is what it is, and if we don't get help for whatever is needed, then the situation just gets worse. And I feel like, you know, it is okay to really say that you do need to get a little assistance. Talk it out. Sometimes that is all you need to do. And so that is what I am certainly reminding you and encouraging you to do. And this takes its toll. It's a lot. So I certainly want to remind you that if that is something that needs to get taken care of, you need to address it. And the thing is, they're different persons. Families are made up of different people, different ages, and we want to make sure that every age group is addressed, because you may be thinking, oh, everything's fine, everybody's handling the situation well, but the young ones, the little ones, and then the young adults, they may be dealing with it differently. People may be impacted in completely different ways. So I just want to say to you, remember to, you know, talk, ask questions, be willing to share, be observant, because you just don't know how that other person may be managing. So just please ensure that you look out for all your family members. And I know it is not easy and can't be easy, you know, being at a shelter somewhere that is completely outside of what you're used to. But you know, if a situation is necessary, I know you prefer to have your life than not. So this is a necessary situation. So please, please, please just try and stay strong, keep your chin up, keep your head up, and look at the possible solutions, you know,